Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are discussing and reviewing James Welsh's evening skincare routine. James recently shared his nighttime skincare routine as part of the Harpers Bazaar Go to Bed With Me web series. I love James and I love that series, so it's kind of like match made in heaven. For those of you that aren't familiar with the Harper's Bazaar series, celebrities and influencers sit down and share their evening skincare routines with us. It's fun because A, you get to connect with them on a more personal level, I think, but also I really like the idea of seeing what's hot at the moment, what products people are using. Can I steal any of the products, hints or tips for my own routine? Or are there any like glaring no products in there that I kind of just want to avoid? I love sitting down and doing these. Now, whilst I don't normally do skincare reaction videos on this channel, I kind of think that's covered. Other channels have got that. The combination of my favourite web series and my favourite influencer here on YouTube kind of was just too much to pass up on. So I thought I'd sit down, watch the video and share with you my thoughts and feelings on it. Normally, these reaction videos, you've probably seen them before, have someone sat here, we've got the video playing here, and it's paused at various times to dissect the routine and share thoughts. I kind of want to do it a little bit differently. A, because I have not got the editing skills to be able to pull that off. I can't stop, start, and no, that's way out of my comfort zone. But also, I think by almost reacting to the person that's there on the screen, it makes it a little bit personal and like you're reacting to them. So kind of let's take it out of that, and I just look at the products and the application and whether we can actually learn anything from our own routine, or if there's any glaring products that I just say stay away from. Let's get into it. Get your cup of tea, get your cup of coffee, whatever your pleasure is, and let's jump straight on into James Welsh's nighttime skincare routine. Now, we start off with a heavy caveat from James that whilst this is his evening skincare routine, this is quite like an extra routine. You know, his career is to sample products and try out new products. So he kind of caveats it by saying you don't need this many steps in a routine. I love the fact that he's done that because I think skincare, I always say the best skincare routines are the ones that you can fit into your budget and your time window. There is no point having a rushed skincare where you feel stressed at the end of it because you've crammed too much in, and there's no point breaking the bank and splurging on products you can't really afford to use the right amount of or frequently enough, because it just sucks the enjoyment out of it. So I love that caveat. James is acne prone. He has quite a few breakouts. He said he's oily in the T-zone and dry, rosacea prone on the cheeks. I don't have rosacea, but I'm like a grease ball, an oily mess. And so actually we have similar skin types. So hopefully a lot of the products he used will work really well with my skin. Now, first off, we have the Deviant Skincare Cleansing Concentrate. I'm going to be straight up. I've never heard of this brand. I've never heard of this product in my life. I'm leaving pictures of all the products there so you can check them out. And I'll leave a link to all of them below if you do want to, you know, as I will a link to the original video that James filmed. So check the whole thing out if you want to. I've never heard of this brand. I'm very intrigued. I love the black packaging. I really like black packaging. You never see it in skincare that much. And I think it looks really bougie. It looks luxurious. It kind of looks high-end and like almost like exotic. So I really like the look of the product. The way it seemed to apply on James's skin looked gorgeous, and I checked the ingredients and it seems to work really well with acne prone skin, so there's no oils in there that are likely to clog the pores or break you out. Because it's not a leave-on treatment, you're washing it straight off, the chances of a breakout are slim anyway, but it looks like a really nice cleanser. So Harper's Bazaar got their first sale because I clicked on their link and I ordered it whilst watching the video. I'm really intrigued to try this out, so I don't want to pass too much judgment on it now, but I will definitely be sharing with you my thoughts and feelings on this product in a review at a future date. Now, James seems to be a fan of the double cleanse, and he now moves on to the Crave Matcha Hemp Cleanser. And this cleanser I've used a couple of times. Crave can be really difficult to get here in the UK and Europe. I think it's a brand that's just more accessible in Canada and the US, but you can get it on some websites here in the UK. I've tried it on and off, but it's not a staple in my routine because I just haven't been able to get it regularly when I run out of the product. I love this cleanser. It's so calming, it's so soothing, it really doesn't dry or strip the skin at all. I don't wear makeup and waterproof makeup day to day. I do wear SPF, and so I actually find this is enough as a cleanser on its own. I probably wouldn't do a double cleanse. If you're using this cleanser, I think you can probably just get away with it. My way of cheating almost double cleanse, but just with one cleanser, is to get a muslin cloth. The ones I use are from Face Theory, which I'll link below, but any brand will do. And to take the cleanser off with that. Just rinse some warm water through the muslin cloth and then just wipe the cleanser off with that. It gives a little bit of abrasive action. It's not going to be rough on the skin. It's not going to damage the skin, but it just helps you take off all that extra stuff that might be clinging to the skin and leaves you fresh and gives a very minimal exfoliation to boot. That's kind of my top tip for not having to do a double cleanse. If you like the routine, you like the luxury of doing the double cleanse, great. And these two are really great products, but for me, I like to cheat it. I'm too lazy. I do a single cleanse, take it off with a muslin cloth, and you get the same results, but that's just me being a bit lazy. One thing I did notice in James's video is he spent 50% of the video cleansing. Now that could be due to the editing. You know, I think Harpers Bazaar get their hands on it and edit things, but he spent 50% of the video cleansing, and I love that because I think cleansing is the bit we rush through. Cleansing is the least sexy part of our routine, let's be honest. You know, you end up getting wet and the products aren't always that exciting, but I think the way we can really up our skincare game is to massage that cleanser into the skin, really get some lymphatic drainage massage going, apply it gently. It's all part of that self-care, soothing and calming experience. And I actually think we under cleanse. We don't spend enough time cleansing. My hard and fast rule is 60 seconds. So make sure you massage the product in for 60 seconds, emulsify it, and then wait another, sort of 20 seconds of massage after that. That's like a minimum. If you want to spend, 50% of your routine cleansing, I think your skin will really love you for it. And it really helps with some of the puffiness and just helps stimulate all the good things going on in the skin. So I didn't, he didn't call it out in the video, but I did notice, 50% of that video was cleansing, and I don't think that's a bad idea. Props to James for that. I think we should all be doing a little bit more cleansing and taking a little bit more time doing it. But we've cleansed, and now we're moving on to like the serums and the toners. Now, first product he used was an essence, which is kind of like a toner. The two are very similar. Essences I'd like to think are more like toners with a purpose, but the two are used interchangeably. And he reached for the CosRx Advanced Snail Radiance Essence. So this product comes in two halves. So you get a pump which contains snail mucin, then you get another pump which contains like a cream that's niacinamide based, or niacinamide is the main active ingredient. I noticed quite a lot of CosRx through his whole routine, and he called it out as like being the modern version of CeraVe. I love that. You guys know I can't do with CeraVe. I hate CeraVe. It's just the brand does nothing for me. And so the idea that people might be moving away from CeraVe, which seem to just dominate the market, and onto some of these other great brands, particularly because CosRx is cruelty free, so that's a huge tick in the box. I think, yeah, all in favour of that. So if people do move to CosRx from CeraVe, I would be all in favour. This product, however, just doesn't do it for me, and that's because I have a personal loathing of snail mucin. I know, everybody loves it. Everyone says how great it is for hydrating, and it can even be scientifically proven. It can even balance out the skin and help with some hyperpigmentation around the margins. I love all of that. I just cannot stand the texture, and the texture of this is too snail adjacent for me. If I was going to include a snail secretion in my routine, I'd go for it in a cream form, because you can put it on without really associating it with the snail. It's the sliminess. It does nothing for me. This has got niacinamide in, which is great, but I don't use a standalone niacinamide treatment because I kind of find it's in every other step of my skincare routine. I had a look at other products that James was using, and actually not many of them did contain niacinamide, so it kind of makes sense to include a niacinamide at this point. But I would always caution people, before you reach for this product, check you're not overdoing the niacinamide in the rest of your routine. And if you really don't like sliminess, this product is a firm pass for you. Though I do know a lot of people that love it. They love the dual pump, they love the innovation, they love how it works, and James's skin looked gorgeous. Start and finish of this video looked stunning. So clearly it's working. I just can't get over the sliminess and the secretion. So this is a pass for me, but it doesn't mean the product's bad. I don't think I could actually use this without getting into my head. Now, throughout the video, James was spritzing away, spraying throughout with his CosRx Centella toner. So this toner is alcohol-free, which is a big tick in the box. If you see alcohol in a toner, walk away. We've moved on. We left that in the 90s. Like the Backstreet Boys and alcohol toners were left in the 90s. We don't need them. We didn't. If you're a Backstreet Boys fan, I apologise. But on the whole, I don't feel like we needed alcohol in our lives to that extent, and they stripped and dried our skin. So I love that this is alcohol-free. This is Centella, which is calming and soothing. And James keeps stressing all the way through that your products apply better to the skin if the skin's already damp. This is true because actually water-based products are absorbed into the skin better through water. So if your skin's damp, you're going to get a better absorption rate and more bang for your buck from each of the products. This is actually a really good tip. I haven't used this particular product. I'm not as hooked on Centella Asiatica as most people are. Everyone loves it. I like it, but I reach for usually something with like a panthenol. So my go-to, as opposed to this, is the Geek and Gorgeous Liquid Hydration, which I put in a spray and use for the same purpose. So what I guess is this is a really good option that James shared. But if you've already got a toner in your life, stick it in a spray bottle and use it for the same reasons. Like, toners are there to dampen the skin, add a bit of hydration, and this is a really, really good product. It's just, I won't rush out and buy it. If you've already got a toner, spritz that away. I think we underuse sprays. You can buy a cheap spray bottle online, put your toner in, spray it, keep it in the fridge for that added, like, just calming and soothing element, and you are good to go. But this, total great product, and definitely would consider it when I'm next in the market to buy, you know, try out new toners. I'll definitely be considering this one because I do want to get more into my Korean skincare, and this is a great place to start. Now we move on to the part of the video where, James, we've got the cleansing done, we have got our skin prepped and ready to go with some great toners and essences, and we kind of move into the hardcore serum stage. And then he applies the Evan Bright serum. So this is like a barrier repair serum packed full of fatty acids and lipids and all the things that are going to nourish the skin, hydrate the skin, and protect the skin's barrier. James was saying that this routine is very much tailored to that barrier support and repairing the barrier, because he may have been a little overzealous with a few of his products, which has damaged his skin barrier. Like, who hasn't been there? I could totally relate. Who hasn't been there? Like, when we've over exfoliated, if you're still using scrub exfoliators, you can do it that way as well. We've always been, at one point in our life, we've all been there. So I kind of hear him. And a barrier repair cream is a really great option. This Even Bright barrier cream, I'd say, is very similar to the Crave Great Barrier Relief Cream. And it's also very similar to my absolute favourite at the moment, the Stratia Liquid Gold. I covered this in a video I did talking about Stratia, like a full brand review, which I'll leave a link to up there. Go watch that and see it in action, because honestly, that is like my new holy grail product. So good, felt so good on the skin. And I do think we need to be thinking a little bit more about our skin barrier in 2021, and actually realizing that some of the overuse of actives can impair that, which is why we get that redness, sensitivity, and all the nasties. This is a really good option. I've used this maybe like 6 months ago. I used this. I got sent, did I get it in like a PR box, or maybe one of those box subscriptions? I got to try it, and I really liked it. I didn't repurchase it because I then used the Crave Great Barrier Relief Cream, and now I've got the Stratia one. But I'd say all three of them are kind of similar, and I do love a good barrier repair cream. So I would definitely consider this one. And like I say, it went on James's skin and he explained why he loved it, and it kind of all made sense. He sold it to me. This, I think, is a really good product. If you're in the market for a barrier, it's either this or the Stratia one. I definitely recommend both. You know, both kind of do the same thing, so it's personal choice. He called it out as being a little bit on the bougie side. £35. I checked online, £35. Would I spend £35 on a cleanser? Probably not. On a moisturiser? No. But on a serum that's repairing the barrier, adding so many great ingredients to your routine, and is really well formulated, I kind of think we're all allowed one luxury and bougie item in our routine, and this is a really good one to reach for. Bougie with a purpose, and we love that. Now, once that was applied, things took a very strange turn, and James kind of put on this silicone mask, which he said was the Experiment Avant-Garde mask. I've never seen this before, but I need this in my life. So in a previous video, I said I really dislike sheet masks because I've got a big face. I've got a lot of face for your money when you're with me, and I don't find any of them ever fit, and I don't like all the waste. You got the packaging, then you got the masks themselves. It's just a very wasteful way of doing masking, and so I've always stuck to masks that you just apply from a tub. However, I do miss the benefits of the sheet mask. You know, it locks everything in. It creates like almost like a greenhouse effect of warm air, which warms the skin up, means the products work better. That little bit of pressure can help with puffiness in the skin and water retention. I really do miss my sheet masks. So this is one of those products that's going straight on order. I've been trying the hydrocolloid patches for like the neck and the eyes, like the anti-wrinkle patches, and I've been loving them. So I think this is going to work in a similar way. James put it on his skin and it fit like a glove. I don't know, kind of, it's hard to gauge on camera how like our face shapes are similar, but it fit him like a glove, and I kind of think it might suit my big face too. So I'm going to be ordering one of these and see if there's some other ones available. Always, my tip with this is, if you're going to go for this, always go for silicone, because silicone isn't as porous as some of the other things and plastics that are out there, which means you can wash it. It doesn't trap the bacteria. It's easy to rinse, easy to keep clean, and so you're not going to be trapping bacteria and things then putting on your skin. Now finally, we come on to the CosRx Moisture Power Enriched Cream. This is not a product I've tried because I always thought it'd be too occlusive for my skin. It is a super thick cream, and I don't go for occlusive things because I find that it kind of just like feels like where I'm wearing a mask. If you're as greasy and as oily as me and you don't need that hydration, it can feel like literally like you're wearing a mask. I've never tried this, but James put it on his skin and it looked gorgeous. And if he's suffering with the same like oiliness in the T-zone as me, and it seemed to work really well for him and he loved it, I actually think I might have been missing out on this. I've got a review coming up in a few weeks about CosRx, and so I'm going to try this as part of that, because I think maybe my prejudices against occlusive moisturisers might have meant I didn't actually try this out. It also looks like a really good dupe for the Cicaplast Balm by La Roche-Posay, which I love, love, love. But at the time of filming this, La Roche-Posay isn't entirely cruelty-free, but it's moving in that direction, so that's all good. But until that point, this could be a really good dupe, so I'm definitely going to give it a try, and it's opened my mind. Now, he tops everything off with the M Cosmetics lip balm. M Cosmetics, for those of you who don't know, is owned by Michelle Phan, who was like, I think, the first beauty influencer here on YouTube, and she's made a return. For those of you that like used to watch Michelle Phan like years and years ago, if you want a bit of nostalgia, she's just as adorable as she always was, just as lovely and warming and friendly, and she started creating content again, and I'm all about that, so definitely check out her channel. So worth it. M Cosmetics is her cosmetic line, and this lip balm, gorgeous. It's got all the good things but none of the bad. You don't want things like menthol that's going to strip and dry the skin. It's got none of the drying ingredients and all of the benefits. So this I love. It is $25, which will come out about £20, which I think is an awful lot of money for a lip balm. It looks nice. It's in like a pencil form. It looks nice. It looks bougie. I'm all for that. And I think if you really like your lip balms, it's worth treating yourself. You know, everyone's had a bit of a rough year to some extent. You deserve a treat, and this could be your treat. But I do think there's cheaper alternatives out there. But if you like a product, you know what, and it feels good, why not? I think a little will go a long way with this product as well. And I might treat myself when I'm in the market for a new lip balm. I might treat myself because I love Michelle Phan. I love M Cosmetics, and I love the ingredients of this. So yeah, definitely going to go there. So there we have it, James Welsh's evening skincare routine. What do I think? Well, like everything James does, I think it's absolute perfection. No, I think, you know, I love James. I love his personality. I love his aura. I love just the way that he presents things in a totally non-judgmental way, and honestly, his voice could send you to sleep in a good way. That's meant as a compliment. It's just so soothing and relaxing. I love his content. I love his channel, and I think this is a really good skincare routine. This routine is definitely aimed at people that are looking for a sensitive skin friendly routine, isn't going to strip and dry the skin, isn't going to risk any irritation, and he talked about repairing his barrier. There's no retinol in here, which I assume he will include when his barrier is back to full health. You could slot a retinol in here really easy, and actually the Stratia, which I referenced in the video earlier, the Stratia retinol cream would be a great one to fit in here because it's gentle and encapsulated and kind of adds some ceramides in there as well, so will help again with that barrier function. So I think he could throw in a retinol, even at this stage. I think he could throw in that Stratia retinol and it wouldn't be too detrimental to his barrier, and would be a really good addition to the skincare routine. But overall, I'm really impressed. Very heavy on the CosRx, which I'm going to reserve judgment on because I'm doing a full review on CosRx, but it makes me very excited to try more from them, which I love. I love the fact that pretty much all of these are cruelty-free brands, which again is a huge tick in the box. I just think a really, really nice and well thought through skincare routine. Let me know what you think, guys. Would you be adding anything? Have you tried any of these products and you disagree with my thoughts on them? You know, let me know. Wherever you are in the world, guys, I hope you're staying safe and well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.